What is up, my legends? It's Scion. We are back. Alright, so what I want to do is do a little bit of reflection, look back on stuff that I learned and things that I kind of do, and pass that on. Alright, so first of all, let me start off by saying this is my opinion on stuff. It's not the best. I am never going to tell you the best or make an ultimate guide or make a super tip guide or anything like that and be like, you need to not listen to anybody. First of all, that's egotistical. Second of all, like, you can't do that in video games because everybody's situation is different. Everybody has a different way they go about playing, and people value things differently than others. So my importance may not be your importance. So I'm never going to tell you that my guide is always going to be the best and that it's more important than your opinion. That's disrespectful. I'm not going to do that to the community. This is just my opinion. This is just what I use to get to where I am right now. And if you want to use it and take information here and make it your own and make your own guide, that's fine. I just want to actually help people. So, now that that's out the way, very first thing that I valued in this game is building an element of every character. That's what I'm working on right now. And what I mean by that is I want an element. I want fire. You see I have fire level 70. I have a water level 70. I have a dark level 70. I'm working on light right now with Luca at level 70. And just to let you guys know, don't go crazy on level 70 characters. None of these characters I went crazy. And I upgraded the stuff that they had on more so than who they were. And what I mean by that, the weapon, the Wyrmrite, or Wyrmrite rather, and the dragon. Those can be interchanged into other characters. So if I get a level 80, a rank 5 character that I can take the 80, I can just take this gear off and interchange it and put it on to the level 80 character. Now the reason why you don't want to go too crazy with the level 70s is that the actual mana circles, you can't transfer that. So what I did with the mana circles is took them to the second step, which is the second level on all of them, and I stopped. They did most of them except for maybe Ilizan, because I like her so much. I took her to the third level, but she's the only one that I actually spent past the second level on the mana circle. Just don't do that, because you're gonna get better characters eventually. Even me personally, like, I've been getting screwed. I haven't gotten a single 5-star character yet, but that doesn't mean I'm gonna go crazy with the 4-star characters. So just don't do that. And the importance of the element is pretty much what you can do is I might have it playing like alongside this, like some gameplay or stuff like that. You can take your strong element in to like a detrimental area, like say like you want to take fire into the wind dragon, you want to take water into the fire dragon or something like that. You see, I could take Ilizan into fire dragon or Brunhild and whoop that dungeon's ass. Anything fire, Ilizan is just destroying it. The same thing like with the main character. Anything wind, I could just go in there and do my thing. And that's the reason why you want to do that with these particular characters, and why I went for the one for all strat, which is pretty much the one for all strat is pretty much get a character strong and allow it to carry everybody else through, which is why you see why I got these characters so strong like that in such a small period of time, because I actually ended up getting I actually get the main character, I pushed him to 70 and got my might to the point where I can get the expert EXP dungeon, and then I turned around and rotated him into the back and then did it with Ilizan. I then turned around and rotated Ilizan in the back and then did it with Chloe, and now I'm doing the same thing with Luca. And Luca will probably be 70, like, probably by the end of the day. And I'll have 4 characters and 4 elements, and then I'll just have to worry about wind, which I got somebody who I'm in mind for wind, but I want to see what's going to happen in the next banner, if I summon it on the next thing or whatnot. That's what I'm going with right now. Alright, the next thing I wanted to talk to you guys about is the elemental areas. Alright, so you want to focus on this, whatever it is, because you only get to do it during this particular time. And see, I have the 650 to do here, because I probably wasn't strong the first time around to actually do this the first time. So I need to go in and actually do the elemental 651 for the water. Concentrate on this and use whatever your daily bonus is, use it on that and get your parts of this, because it's very hard to actually get these parts and you need them for your altars and your mana circles when you actually want to use a level 5 character. So there's no reason why you shouldn't be excuse me, farming this, because it helps you out over the long run in power. Next thing I wanted to actually point out is, you know what, I don't have anybody detrimental for this, so I can actually use water. Use water on water for this for now. That's fine for now. I don't have anybody wind. Alright, so am I on Elisand right now? I am not. I need to edit. We can't, and this is again, do not bring fire into water. Don't be that guy. Whoops. Let me do that. Don't be that guy.
For Alberia.
Alright.
A group hunt.
See, I don't like, he's using the right person, using Mirabelle. I don't have anybody high enough that would even make sense of that. So I'll just negate the water with water, just so I can live. Some attacks, and the reason why I came in here is because I need to show you the next few points. Actually, the next 3 points are going to be about fighting, so it's better to just show you in motion, even though I don't have the element for this. Again, you do not want to take something that's going to harm, like that's harmful to you. Like water is going to screw a fire element character, so you don't want to do that. You don't go in and do that. Alright, so some attacks have iframes. If you know that you're going to get hit by stuff, what you can actually do is any special attack I have, stop that, any special attack I have, I can, certain attacks have iframes that I will not take damage. Now, unfortunately, her air one, it does take damage on the way down. So as soon as I get it free, I'll try to show you guys that in motion. And what iframes mean is basically you won't be hurt. It's a Street Fighter or fighting game term that when you actually do, come on game, when you actually do something that you will not take damage because you're actually in the frame that there's no collision for that. So I'll show you in general. Now I have this attack right here, and I do apologize to the people I'm playing with because I'm trying to talk and do this at the same time. I have this attack, which hopefully I'll get to show you guys. I will not get damaged because she literally jumps in the air and she can't be damaged during this. But when she lands, the minute that she lands, she can be damaged on the impact. So keep that in mind. See, like this, you don't get damaged until you hit the ground. This, see that right there? You don't get hit with that at all until the end of her arc. Damn, they just murdered that without me. Basically, I was hoping it would go a little bit longer so I could show you. But when you do the spin around attack with that, with most characters, when they do that spin, they're invincible during that spin. They can't be hurt, they can't be knocked out of it. But the end of the spin, when they're doing the follow through, they can be hit, and they can be hit out of that. So keep that in mind. Deluge orb. I'll take it. Alright. Another thing that I'm just gonna go back in there again. We'll go back in there again. I like to just do this stuff in motion, not just be talking at you guys.
I'll show you what a paladin is capable of.
The actual transformation, the dragon transformation. Now you are not iframed with the dragon transformation. You can take damage after a point. You have about 1 second of invincibility on the dragon transformation. 1 second. I mean, it must be a short second too, because like you could just straight get smacked right out of that. But the minute that you hit a roar, you're invincible. As soon as he's ending the ore, oh come on. As soon as he's ending the roar, you're not invincible anymore. Just keep that in mind. Now, the actual explosion, you guys know that the AoE explosion does damage, and that damage is actually scalable.
I won't let
Make way for the king.
I hate that guy. He's annoying. The explosion, it scales off your power, and it scales off of what affinity element it's hitting. So if it's hitting something that, like if I hit something water, then it's not going to do that much damage. But if I hit something fire, it's going to do a lot of damage. Just keep it in mind with the explosion, and I'm going to actually show you that in motion as well. But while we're doing this, we can move on to the next tip, which is Consecrated Water in the store. That is the most important thing at 10,000 gold coins that you can buy in that store. Don't buy the gold EXP thing, because you get so much of that in the EXP dungeon that there's no point in buying that. And it doesn't even give you that much EXP for you to even be spending on that. It's really not a lot. So it's not even worth it. And the same thing for with the weapons, the elemental weapon. You get so much weapon drops if you just do like the normal story content and not waste it. You have been disconnected for what?
Come here.
Alright, well, I'm still in here, so I've never seen that happen before. Let me know in the comment section if does that happen often to people, because I've never seen that before. Yeah, so Consecrated Water, super important, because you can't really get that a lot, and the worm binds are just things that are they carry over to every character, so you definitely want to do that. The next thing is literally the character that I'm using right now, the spear characters. I love them because the range on them, and they're tanky, so they're a little bit. Look, I need you to stop it. Get out of here. They're tanky, and alright, can you stop that? You can poke at stuff, and the range is really long. If you notice, most AoEs on bosses, you are majority time outside the AoEs. So that, like, look at that. That range is nice. I love the spear characters. They're excellent. The next tip I wanted to go on is the Halidom and your castle. The Halidom, you should probably be worrying about that all the time. And you're gonna see me actually in this video. I'm gonna buy my third builder. I haven't had a builder yet. Oh, I'm afflicted. That's not cool. All right, let me get over there, and you see right there, I didn't take any damage, and I rolled out of the second one. That's what I was telling you about the iframes. That was actually a good issue. The first thing would have hit me, but I iframed it, and the second one I just rolled out of it. But yeah, Halidom definitely. And I'm actually gonna go in. We're gonna go in right now because I have enough. I think I have enough for the builder. Deluge orb. So I did this daily. That's fine. Okay, let's go to the castle right now. Yeah. I don't cut the sound off for that because it kind of never gets old on me. All right, so you see me already building in here. That's leveled. Doing that water, prepping for that dungeon, for that raid. All right, so this is the tree right here. You always want to pay attention to your Halidom because your Halidom increases all the stuff that you can build out here in your room and allows you to build better stuff. Say like you want the Smithy. You want the Smithy at level 4 so you can build the level 4 weapons. And speaking of the level 4 weapons, me personally, what I have done, and again, this is my opinion, I built one weapon, one level 3 special weapon, elemental, and that's for the water, for my water character. As you can see right there. That's for my water character. I did one. I don't suggest doing all 4 because you need the resources. However, you can dismantle this and get back all the resources that you spent on it. So that's something that you should also keep in mind. But I wouldn't be bothered with it beyond just using one. And the reason why I'm doing this one is because I want her to be in the fire raid. It's almost the amount of time that this game has been out. Unless you spend, since we're talking about the raid, there is no way you're gonna have a confident 4 water characters that are gonna be that great against the raid boss. So I'm not even gonna be bothered with trying to get 4. I'm gonna get one strong one and make sure that I have 70s as the rest and not bring a wind guy in there to get smushed. Like, I'm not gonna do that. I'm just gonna bring other character elements that are that'll be fine and can stand up to that, and have one strong ass character, which is going to be Elisan, unless I get some type of summon from somewhere else. But there won't even be in enough time. There's literally no time for that. Like, and on top of that, you kind of really shouldn't be doing that right now anyway, because it's too early in the game for that. You have, like, you need elemental characters in every element right now. So if you're building water, like trying to get a badass water team just for this raid, like, that's not gonna go that well for you. You're gonna be in a little bit of trouble. That you don't have to take my opinion, but it's gonna imbalance you a little bit. You need to have badass in every element, so you can rotate stuff out and be good. Now, if you want to come after you get one badass in every element, you want to go back after that and make a water team, a fire team based on raids and stuff like that. That's perfectly fine. But in the beginning, you probably shouldn't be doing that like that. You should just try to make a competent in-game maxed out team, like you see right here, 70 gear, and then you can do any content basically like that. Not just water, not this fire, just that's how you rock with that. All right, so the next thing I want to actually show you guys is, since we're already here, when you get the chance to, you should probably make another builder. Now you see I have right here. All right, so I don't have enough right now, but I'm gonna make another builder when I get 100 more Wyrmrite, because I want to keep my 1500 to summon later. I'm not gonna summon right now, I'm just summon later. But you should at least get 3 or 4. Like 3 is fine. 4 is if you're like spending and you don't really care and stuff like that. But I'm probably just gonna get 3 and, you know, keep myself rocking like that. Let's do this. So I need to upgrade this one. I think I do. Yes, let's upgrade you now. Just keep that in mind to make sure that you are always building here. They should always be banging on something right here. That sounds kind of lewd, but yeah. All right, back out. Always make sure you get your daily chest from all your quest dailies. I've actually had a day where I've forgotten a few, but it's very easy to forget. Just make sure that you always go in here and you always are just looking for it. What you see, I just did that live for you guys. Do your dragon trials, see which dragon you want to take on, who you actually need. Bring in a character that will hurt that dragon. Again, don't be the dude that brings in the dragon's strength and get yourself one shot, because that will happen, especially if it's in a harder dungeon. Don't bring weird stuff in there. Just please bring the element that's supposed to harm it. Same thing goes with Imperial Onslaught. Imperial Onslaught is kind of like more in-game type stuff. You need to be on point right there, and you need to bring the right element. Like, again, don't be that guy. All right. As far as feeding dragons, I found that my 5-star dragon gives me more rewards. If somebody could 100% verify that, it seemed like my 5-star dragon that I was feeding gave me better stuff leveling up than the other dragons. And on top of that, if you are dead set on getting where's my 5-star? There he is. All right, it's Poseidon, so he's getting fed. We're gonna do that in motion right now. I don't know if that's true or not, but he seems to give more rewards or better rewards early than the other dragons did. And again, if you want to go after 5-star dragons without actually, see, like that's really good. If you want to get a 5-star dragon without summoning it, you can actually do that in the Imperial dungeon by farming that, and you can build up resources to actually get a 5-star dragon or better versions of the original 4-star dragons that we have right now. It's up to you, and depending on if you feel that that's worthy or worth it. Remember, this is the same 5-star dragon that I got a day or 2 ago, so I'm putting all the feed into him. You're practically my grandson. It's a bit weird, Poseidon. Poseidon is a badass dragon. Alright, do I have any other resources to give him? Let's look. Alright. You definitely are hooking me up. Oh, I got clovers to give him. I'll take that. So what are you gonna give me? Okay, I'll definitely. Oh, that's very good to get. That's a very good item that he gave me right away, right there. Let's keep doing this. And I definitely like the extend the shapeshift for this dragon because he does a lot of damage. All right, definitely. Nope, we don't want to do that right now. Not yet, anyway. Okay, what are you gonna give me now? I like doing this in practice for you guys, not just say it. Like, look at it. This is good. Like this right here alone is good. That scale. So when I get a 5-star water character, I'm gonna already have scales already just ready for him. I don't think I'm gonna get to another level, so it's fine right now. All right, and I can. Those items are also for leveling the dragons. All right, so I don't want to do. I actually don't want to give any of these guys anything because they're all 4 stars. All right, so I'm just gonna keep that for later. All right, so let's back out. I'll do that story later. You don't need the guys to see that right now. All right, so hard mode. Let's talk about hard mode. Hard mode, pretty much, like after a point in hard mode, it's not worth doing, in my opinion. Like, it starts getting really annoying. The bosses start really being a trouble. Like, I don't even know what the other word to actually say for that other than they're trouble. Big time trouble. And I got rewards. Let's take those rewards. I might have actually enough right now to do this. No, I don't. I'm in need 35, and I don't think I have 35. Let's see. Look at this dragon story real quick. I think I have enough for that. Let's just skip it. Skip. Skip. Is it gonna give me 35? I doubt it. Maybe 25. Yeah, 25. So I would only need 10 more. That's fine. We don't need to do it right now. Alright. But yeah, like, it's only to farm Wyrmrite if you like absolutely need Wyrmrite. Also go back to all the stars that you didn't, well, not stars, but all the dungeons that you didn't get all 5 achievements and start farming those Wyrmrites and get that, because it does add up when you skip them and go past them. So yeah, the next thing I like to go on is rerolling. Me personally, you see what, I'm level 50, I got no 5-star. I got 5-star Dragon, and I got 2 Wyrmbinds 5-star. That's it. I have not gotten a 4-star. You see where my account is. You see this is my power, 7861, and I have one character who's not. I just threw him out there just now, like just to get him up now. So he's not even 70. So I would easily probably be like 8200 by now if I had gotten him to 70. Well, I'm gonna get him to 70 anyway. So like rerolling is not that, like, if you're not getting luck, don't stress yourself out. Let's play the game and have some fun, because you could have been ready for the raid that's going to be in a day. That's just my opinion. I know some people are reroll happy and they like to wait until they get that 5-star and stuff like that. It's really not necessary. I'm living proof that it's not necessary. So yeah, don't let your netherlings cap. Now around when they get to 50, they can't get any more. And I wish I knew, like, I wasted in the beginning. I probably like level like 1 to maybe 19. I didn't know that, and I wasted a lot of them, and I'm so sad over that. I just didn't know, and there was nowhere for me to actually find that out until later, until I realized what was happening. So you want it to be like around 43, 44 when you level. But preferably, you just don't want it anywhere near that. Make sure that you're drained, unless there's a raid event coming up. Like with me, like I'm not gonna do much more any else. Like I'm just gonna farm my stamina from here and wait for the raid and let this build up, and just keep it at a point where I can just spam the raid. That's where I'm gonna go from here. I'm just stopping right now. I'm just put a halt on it for right now for a day or so, and just use my stamina to level and everything else, come back again, use my stamina, and just let that build up and keep it that way. This is just for the raid because I want to have enough to do the raid. If you're gonna use items, so like here, upgrade items that you're going to make sure that you're gonna keep. Like if you're gonna upgrade any, like I put in resources into this dragon Poseidon because he's a 5-star, but all the rest of the dragons, you noticed I wasn't really leveling them because they're all 4 stars, and they're better versions of the 4-star in the in-game content. And there's 5-star dragons in the in-game content that you can make, and 5-star dragons in the banner. So there's no reason for me to go crazy like that. There's no reason for me to do that. Let's just keep it like that and go from there. Like this. No reason to upgrade the dragons and go crazy like that. Just wait for the next dragon, next 5-star that you get, and then upgrade that and keep it on and so forth. Like you can upgrade them a little as you see fit, but don't go nuts. Like you don't really need to do that with this current content. It goes the same thing for weapons. Make sure you don't go crazy with weapons. But the worm binds, if you have a 5-star worm bind, by all means level that. That's where the consecrated water is super important. Yep. And the last thing, which is the most important thing, which is partially how I got all these characters max, like this: make friends, run stuff together, and have everybody have a role. I have friends that I play with this game. We all had roles. I was the DPS with Elisan, or the main character, and I was buffing with ESN. I was using my attack buff, and make sure that I always had that up. Like people would call out, like, and we'd be like doing stuff in the Discord call. Hey, I need attack buff. Like, hey, like, can you heal? Like, if somebody had Hildegard or Chloe, like, hold your heal. Unless that person was about to be hit or something and they had no other choice, then they probably had to use the iframe on the heal, because Chloe and Hildegard had the iframe on the heal that they can't be hit during that. Like Chloe basically just jumps in the air and heals, and she can't be hit for a long time during that. Her iframe is long. She can't be hit during that entire, it's like probably 2 or 3 seconds that she can't be hit. It's pretty good. Hildegard is a little bit shorter for some reason. I don't know why, but she heals some more, so I guess it just doesn't matter. But you absolutely, positively, for the harder content, need a healer anyway, so definitely make sure that if you're doing content, or if you're going into like a dungeon or something like that and it's hard and you see there's no healer, make sure you got a level 70 or 80 healer that's max, that's going to be able to heal. It's no point in you saying, F that, I'm going to be DPS, and then nobody has a healer. They can't defense buff, they can't throw a shield out or nothing like that, or there's no tank or something like that. There's no reason for you to be like, well, I'm not doing that, something like that. If you want to win, bring that element in there, bring that role in there. That's what, me personally, that's what I do when I see that there's no healer and there's going to be hard content or something like that, then I bring Chloe. I'll do it myself if I see there's no healer. Or if I see that maybe it'd be better for me to be attacking with a tank, then I'll bring a tank or something like that. My tank isn't great right now to be throwing out there. He's only like level 40 or something like that, so he's not going to work for in-game stuff, and he's the next that I'm going to bring up. But actually I got 2 tanks to think about. I got a water tank too, but I don't think I'm going to use her. But yeah, that's it. So this was really long, and I'm sorry that it was long, but this is all the stuff that I learned that I've actually been typing down, literally. Like I have a little note that I've been making, and it's been getting longer and longer and longer, and I finally got to 50, and I said when I get to 50 I'm going to turn around and make this video and say everything that I did. And literally this is just all the stuff that I typed down while I was playing that I thought about. So I will catch you guys next video. I'm pretty sure there's stuff that I left out. This is just things that I've jotted down. Like I'll even pull it over for you. Here it is right here. That's literally it right there. That's what it's been on the side of my computer for like 6 days, 4 or 5, 6 days, and that's pretty much what I did. So you guys be legendary. I will see you guys next video. I hope you get some use out of this and some worth. out of all this. I'll keep it. Maybe I'll put it in the notes. So if you guys don't want to watch a 30-minute video, or people who have gotten to this and watch the 30 minutes, you can just read this and go from there. So be legendary. I'll catch you guys next video, and peace.